Katie Knowles has revealed she's undergone a hysterectomy after surviving years of pain. The lingerie business owner, 35, who is newly married to television presenter Nick Knowles, 62, shared the news in an Instagram caption on Friday as she posted snaps in her hospital gown. The candid post saw the mother of two open up about living through almost unbearable pain, which left her vomiting, curled up in bed, and missing out on life. A hysterectomy is a surgical procedure which removes a woman's womb and may also involve the removal of other organs, such as the ovaries. Katie's caption read, "I'm 35 and I've just had a hysterectomy. I've lived with PCOS, endometriosis, and adenomyosis since Moses wore short pants. And no, it wasn't just a bad period. It was constant hospital trips, multiple laparoscopies, bleeding through clothes, vomiting from the pain, being curled up in bed, missing out on life. It was extreme bloating that made me look pregnant. It was migraines, stabbing pains in my legs, butt, and stomach. It was chronic fatigue. It was hiding in loos, crying over another ruined day. It was my daughters terrified of getting their periods in case they end up like Mummy. Years of misdiagnosis and being fobbed off. Told to take painkillers, that it was normal. It wasn't. I've cried on bathroom floors. I've bled through clothes in public. I've had 3 surgeries. I've tried every pill, every patch, every hormone tweak. I've been put on a medical menopause just to get through uni. And still the pain came." Katie, who tied the knot with DIY SOS presenter Nick just last month, also spoke about not being able to recognize herself due to the pain her diagnoses brought her. Post-operation, the 35-year-old candidly admitted she feels less like a woman, but said she took the decision to undergo the surgery in order to take her life back. Katie wrote, "It feels like something in me has changed, apart from being sans uterus. Right now, I'm in lots of pain, I'm bloated, I'm exhausted, I'm hot, I'm forgetful, I'm hot." See how that works on multiple levels. "I feel raw and less like myself. Less like a woman, if I'm being really honest. But this was a decision I made to take my life back, to stop surviving and start living again, and have days that aren't defined by pain. This is hopefully the beginning of healing, the beginning of self-love, scars, stitches, and all. And please, if you've made it this far, I ask gently, this is something deeply personal. If you're tempted to leave a judgmental or flippant comment, I'm asking you to just scroll on. There is a real person behind this post." Katie and Nick, 27 years her senior, exchanged vows last month during a lavish 6-figure wedding at Braxted Park in Essex. The couple were thought to have spared no expense on the ceremony, which was attended by a host of celebrity guests, including Nick's Strictly Come Dancing co-stars. Nick cut a sharp figure on the big day in a pink blazer, while the new Mrs. Knowles slipped in an eye-catching white and blue floral number. The newlyweds have, however, been the subject of cruel trolling during their relationship, with critics mocking their age difference and financial setup. Katie began dating her spouse in 2021, hit back at those dubbing her a gold digger, revealing they don't get to her as much as they used to because she and Nick know it's not true. Speaking exclusively to Mail Online, she said of their age gap, "I think at the start it was probably more irritating, especially for my family. But now those comments kind of just pass over me because we both know it's not true." Katie stressed, "Nick works hard. He has what he has. I work hard. I have what I have, and then we buy each other stuff." Katie continued, "We're both really comfortable with where we are with that. And you will always get it because there's an age gap. I know plenty of people who are together and the same age where someone's using the other one for money, and they're not happy. So as long as I know it's not true and he knows it's not true, I think that's pretty much all that matters." Nick has an estimated £7.5 million net worth, but Katie has built up an impressive lingerie brand, having launched Boa Boa in 2022. She has proved to be her own best advert for the brand, modeling the skimpy looks to her 102,000 Instagram followers. Katie Knowles, 35, has long been an inspirational figure in the UK media for her candid honesty, fierce resilience, and unwavering advocacy for disability rights. Known to many as Disabled Beauty, she made headlines recently not just for her activism and career triumphs, but for her personal life, especially her marriage to 62-year-old businessman Nick, and her brave decision to undergo a life-altering hysterectomy just weeks later. This is the full story of Katie's journey, from her earliest struggles with chronic pain to public visibility to finding love against the odds and ultimately making a decision that marked both an end and a beginning in her health and womanhood. Katie's journey with chronic health issues began in her early 20s, when she was diagnosed with a degenerative spinal condition known as spinal stenosis, a painful and progressive illness that affects the spine and nervous system. This condition severely limits mobility and causes excruciating pain, and for Katie, it marked the beginning of a long and difficult chapter of her life. Despite being young, active, and ambitious, Katie's body began to betray her. Over time, her condition required her to use mobility aids, including a wheelchair. This physical transformation didn't just challenge her physically, it changed her mentally, emotionally, and socially.